Okay, you'll notice on your phones you have quite a few buttons that have SD on them. And you might see some SDs and numbers and then people's names. Those are speed dials. You have two different types of speed dials on these phones. You have these one-touch fast speed dial buttons, and you have a speed dial list, which is a lot like your contact list on your cell phone. We're going to go over the one-touch buttons first. These are very fast and efficient, so you're probably going to use these for the speed dials that you call all the time. On the second page of the display, down at the bottom right, you'll see ADR program. ADR stands for abbreviated dial, which is Avaya Talker speed dial. We're going to program a button now, so go ahead and hit ADR program. You'll see that your speaker light went on. And now, the display says press any button to program. So you're going to press any SD button. I don't care which one, so go ahead and select one. And the display says enter number. Shouldn't have that to. So you're going to go ahead and type in the number just like you would dial it. If you need a 9 for external, 1 long distance, 8 for tie line. So now just type in the number. There is one little weirdness to this. There is no backspace or delete key. So if you make a mistake, go ahead and save the mistake and then just do it again correctly over top of it. That's also how you blow out or erase a number. If boyfriend number 2 is no longer in the picture and you want to get rid of that cell phone number, just put a bogus number over top of it. Okay? Once you've got something in there and you hit pound, you hear the 3 little beeps, the confirmation tone, so it took what you liked what you did. You'll notice that your speaker light is still on, so you can program another button. If you're done, just hit speaker to turn that off. And to call that person, all you have to do is hit that button. Okay. So you notice, though, that when we typed that in, it said SD55504, or whatever we put in there. I want to change that and put a name on that, because the names are much easier to read than 10 digits. So we're going to hit the option button. This is the one with the white check mark. Then page right. So we're on the second page of options. The second button there is relabel. So select that. Feature button labeling. Then relabel feature buttons. So it now says press gray button to relabel it. So find that SD button that you just programmed. And then type in the person's name. Find it okay? Okay, options. Next page. So, yeah. Feature button labeling. Relabel. And then hit the button next to the one that you just did. Okay. This time you do it just like you do text messaging. The only time you do it this weird way is in the directory. The only difference between doing this on our phones and how you do text messaging on your cell is that this does not time out and move forward automatically. This is a problem if the letters are all the same number. For instance, mom just happens to be 666. So when you put in the M, it's not going to time out and move forward unless you put in the O. You're going to have to use the arrow buttons to move forward one character. Then you can put in the O. Now if you're typing in, let's say, Bobo, we're on the 2 and the 6, and it'll automatically move forward once you do that. Once you've got the name in there, you just hit pound to save it, and you're good to go. You'll also notice that other buttons other than the SD buttons were highlighted or gray. You can change those labels too if you wanted to. If on your phones right now, send all calls is called D&D and you want to keep it that way, you can change that. If you have somebody else's extension on your phone, say a boss, a bridged appearance, you can change it and put Brad 1, Brad 2, Brad 3, that type of thing. If you know your extension already and you'd rather see line 1, line 2, line 3, do that. Okay, the second type of speed dial is our speed dial list. So let's hit phone exit, back to the main screen. Down in the bottom left, you'll see SB dial, speed dial. This is your contact list. Has up to 108 entries, just like on our cell phone. Our list is automatically alphabetized. Numbers come before letters. So if you're calling Stephen all the time and you want him to be at the top of the list, you can make his name 1 Stephen, or 2 Stephen, or AAA Stephen, something like that. You make it one Stephen, that does not mean you can press and hold one and you'll call. It's not connected that way. So you should see some names in there from previous classes. We're going to add somebody else. So click Add. And since we had presidential debates last night, put in your favorite candidate's name. So just go ahead and type. You'll notice you've got a lot more flexibility in this screen. There's backspace and clear, apostrophe, hyphen, all that fun stuff, so we can get a little fancier. Once you've got the name in there, you need to move the cursor down to the number line. There is no down arrow key for this. You just hit the button to the left of the word number by the display. That's how you move the cursor up and down. You're going to put in the number just like you would dial it, so it needs a 9 if it's external, all that good stuff. Once you have at least one character in each field, you'll see down in the bottom left the word save, and you can save that entry. And once that's in and you hit save, it jumps back to the display. There's only one page right now because you have less than 12 entries in there. Once you have 13, there'll be 2 pages. There is no fast way to jump to page 6. You have to scroll through all of them. You can't just hit like the letter T and jump to the T's, unfortunately. All right, any questions on those? Those are 2 different speed dials. So let's go ahead and hit phone exit. Back to the front page. And the